They wanted me to spit reality rap. What the problem is. Whatever that fucking mean. Yeah. Let's go. Fuck you niggas and I mean that. You want war, bitch, I bring that. Real niggas dressing all black. I'll put your life in the past. All you lames ain't gon' last. Put that dumb shit in the trash. I be all out in the jungle while them with gorillas even when it's fast. I was boosting them was back out. Run all up in your stash house. Tell you niggas kick the cash out. A 45 on your ass. A lot of y'all dudes is acting. Keep on saying that y'all trapping. Put you right up on the news channel 45 asking what happened. Big nigga and I'm hustling. I dare you niggas try to touch me. So official like the ref, I got some real niggas that'll leave you dusty. I ain't never had nothing. Making something out of nothing. Out here grinding real hard, trying to turn the Debbie to an English muffin. I whip the work like a slave nigga. Streets know I'm a go-getter. I can never be a whole nigga. Real facts, you's a whole nigga. Catch the boy in the cut. Watch the pot bubble up. Profit going double up. Really never gave a fuck. My whole hood really bout that. Cross the line, then we off black. Kill a nigga when it's off black. Smoke you chumps like some gas. My father never really fuck with me. None of you niggas can't fuck with me. Say it twice so you remember me. None of y'all can't fuck with me. So high of life like I just popped a molly. Wait for a young dumbass nigga to try me. Giving them shots to the face of the body. Guns like a boxer, man, shots to the body. I done did a lot of dumb shit. A lot of beat a hater up type shit. I got that shit straight from high. Knock a nigga out. I saw 15s of that musty. It was loud, it was crunchy. That's when housing came and rushed me. That's when housing came and rushed me. Came around every corner, had me on the ground. That's when they cuffed me. Had to switch the game up. Started capping up for slugs. I'm getting money, nigga, what? I'm getting money, nigga, what? Nobody couldn't tell me nothing cause a real nigga never gave a fuck. Homie told her that was fucked up. Real talk, that was fucked up. When I see you low, nigga, hit you with that 40, let you know your time's up. Gritty nigga still hungry. Yes, the boy's still hungry. I be in my own lane, fighting like a champ, getting to the money. Fuck all that stupid shit. I'm gonna give me some money and ball out. I'ma stack it so high to the ceiling that when it come to my house, you gon' fall out. Only real niggas know what I'm talking about. Shoot a fuck nigga like filming a movie. Spit it for reals like me shooting a Uzi. Crossing the beach, you be out of here. Homie, you know I don't show no fear. Treat you like magic, you disappear. Make sure you haters is crystal clear. Get them away from here, get them out of here. Get them out of here. There you go, there you go, there you go. Dress it up to make it real for me. Whatever that fucking means. For you bitch ass niggas, nigga.
I got like, I might as well just sip some water first right now, cause I know this shit about to be happening. I'm about to spit, you feel me? I'm so Baltimore, LA getting wetter than a harbor. So high, Wick Bugatti from my grave, cause my whole city starving. From a cruddy town, front you pounds and rob ya. Drag on you, drop a bag when I crash through Mondawmin. So be more, get mellow, sign to Brooklyn. Only got and Pac know the pain that I took in. Y'all watched a while, nigga, we lived a while. Every day is murder for power, no 50 a job. I'm writing murder with no ink on no tails from Irv Gotti. AB, this a body bust up like John Gotti. Send your spirit to the sky like BWI. Nothing above I except for my eyebrow. From the God, sip the blood of Jesus to wind down. Put an O in your cap, all that cap and dummy. Gon' need a book of matches to match me, dummy. Swimming in the city, you send overlapping money. Trump me line, my city gon' need armies and tanks. I bet the bank, these punchlines hit harder than tank. I put my life behind these bars, better grab your shank. I got that work up on the block like Benny Blanks. I'm on the avenue, show me gratitude. Pull up, diamonds dancing like the avenue. You was never there, so you never knew. You know I double up, 2 times 2, 410. That's who I'm signed to. It's dummies in my city, we ain't mindful. So no fees, hit a looking from the Stokos. You pay me half, I front you half for the low. I be in your chick box like I'm UPS. I give a God day, so you know she blessed. Bust down a lick with Philly niggas like I'm YBS. We dodging bullets every day, how you gon' challenge us? Man don't know me for real. I wrote a letter to Hove. Emery know me for real. Stokey know me for real. Tell him broke on the deal. This that Percocet flow with that fentanyl feel. Get money.
ACP, do you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, oh my Lord. Didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Is in the building.
You's a dirty bitch. Yeah. MTF. We MTF in this bitch. Let's go.
Shout out to the best team in the land. Miss Lady T, Hot Pink, Georgia Girl, Nell Taylor, Mama Mary in the building, Sharice in the building. My brother EJ is here. Who else? Miss Virgo Gray stunting in the building. Oh yeah, that's what we do, man. We keep it a buck. Nope. Darlene, what's going on? Ooh, Chris Terry, what's going on? Like I said, what's going on, everybody? I've been MIA for a minute. I've been doing my thing for a minute. Y'all know how it is, like when you on set and stuff, and you gotta try to mingle everything. But Lord have mercy, since I've been gone, there's been some craziness going on in the world and on YouTube. The hate for Dana J is real. I'm gonna talk about it. Let's get everything out the way. If you on YouTube, there's a box that have a $sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. If you want to support the channel, you go ahead and hit that box, and you can donate anything from $5,000 to $1. Nothing too great, nothing too small. You go ahead and hit that box. Yeah, I appreciate everything you do, and I appreciate it all. Also, from now on, if you want your comments to be read out loud, you got to drop a super chat. $1.99, $99, $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, $17,000. I'm joking, but I'm just saying. Hey, Rhonda 810 Martinez, what's going on? Our winner is in the building. Hold on, Rhonda, did you get your package today? Rhonda? If you on Rumble, since people starting to hate me being on Rumble, oh my God, he's on Rumble, y'all, and all of his stuff go to Rumble, and I had to back up. Yeah. If you on Rumble, at the bottom of the screen, I want you to like, share, subscribe on any platform you on. But at the bottom of the screen, it's a circle with a $sign in it. You go ahead and hit that. That's just like the super chat over here on YouTube. I just wanted to let you know that. If y'all want to hit me anywhere else, what you need to do is hit that Cash App, $OfficialDanaJay. $OfficialDanaJay. I got something else. Hold on. Or if you don't have Cash App, if you have Venmo, you can hit me up on Venmo, man. You can hit me on Venmo at OfficialDanaJay as well. Up on Venmo. Hold on, I'm trying to see something, because the post office know I don't play with them. So I'm trying to see something. Hold on. 9 5 3 4 6 1 1 7 9 7 7 4. So I want to say shout out to everybody that's here. Rhonda, it says it's out for delivery. It says it's out for delivery right now. Yep. It says it's out for delivery, and it's been out for delivery since 6:10 this morning. So it says it's out for delivery. So our winner, her package will be arriving to her today, and we happy about that. I will be doing some more giveaways randomly, and you never know what I'm going to do. You never know what I'm going to give away. Dana been talking about Rumble. That's right. I've been saying, Gemini, I mean, y'all can have this YouTube shit. I'm going to be honest with you. Give me Rumble all day. Give me Rumble, Instagram, and X. And if you on X, just remember that DanaJay go live on X all the time. So I need y'all to go ahead and hit up, I gotta make sure everything going good. Y'all go ahead and hit my profiles up on X. Like, share, subscribe. Everything. I got some things to talk about, though. And when I talk about the hate for DanaJay, oh, my God. I be minding my business. I don't talk about nobody. I don't intertwine with nobody. And all the people that I left that love riding my nuts, they all got something to say indirectly. Just be a man or a woman and say my name. Just be a man or woman and speak about it. God damn. I never understood how, Georgia girl, you said no sound, something wrong then. Because we got sound up in here. Yep. That's one thing I love about the studio that I set up myself. I can just control certain buttons and can hear from second parties and different monitors that'll let me know what's going on. Georgia girl, restart your device or turn your volume up. But I just look at it like, look, I've left people alone because they kept saying, oh, Dana's a bully, when I was the one that they kept fucking with. And then when I respond, everybody get upset. Please don't get upset when I respond. To kill the response is to not antagonize a person at all, right? So it kills me how people want to see you do bad no matter what. What's up, Cali girl? People want to see you do bad no matter what. But you got to ask yourself this question. Why do y'all want to see somebody else do bad who don't give a fuck about you? Evidently, you're doing bad. Evidently, you're hurting for attention. I'm not. I ain't pressed. You know what I'm doing? I'm living my best life. I'm studying scripts. I'm making sure my kids good or my offspring good. I'm making sure generational wealth is good. I'm creating shoe lines. I'm creating suit lines. And I'm leaving y'all miserable motherfuckers the hell alone. But you get on your page and you want to talk about me in the middle of the night and then you delete it. What type of stuff is this? Everything I have, I keep up. Unless somebody strike my page or something or try to get my page up out of there, then I'd be like, oh, God damn it. They playing with me again. But for the miserable YouTube people, do yourself a favor. What up, Colton? For the miserable YouTube people, get yourself a hobby. Go take care of your family. If you got a new man, well, since you got a new man, why are you worried about me? I never really seen you outside of court. I never really seen you outside of court. Oh, his shoes are no name. The shoes carry a name. What up, Shank Rock? Shout out to Shank Rock and the rock stars in the building. His shoes are no name. His shoes have a name. DanaJay always been a brand. I just didn't carry it like that. Now I do. Oh my God, he got on suits. I've been dressing like this. I've been that man. I've been him. That's what made you want me at first. Oops. That's the gag. That's the gag. That's what made you want me at first. I'm just saying. And I don't respond back to everything because you know why? I got videos on top of videos that I've done on these people all over again. And now that new people are entering the fray, I'm just going to start re-uploading old videos. I don't got time to rehash and argue with stupid people. I don't. But I got some things to talk about, man. Some laws was passed today that some people ain't gonna like. Walmart done got an eye opener. See, everything y'all thought y'all was gonna do, Walmart and Target and everybody else, it ain't gonna work. Without us, meaning the man or the woman, your business won't run. And that's one thing I try to tell everybody. A man or a woman cannot do business with a corporation, but a corporation always have to have a respondent as the front runner for their corporation. So Dana, let's jump into it because I'm going to talk a little bit about Diddy. I'm going to talk a little bit about these laws that's been changed. No, I'm going to read it to y'all. I'm going to show y'all that one of my homeboys got arrested. Lord have mercy. Over he say, she say. But it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. What else I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about Drake a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about Drake. And I'm going to start off with the corporation consumers of Walmart, Target, and everybody else. So let's jump into it real quick. Let's go. Let's jump into it. As y'all know that it's been a new rule that was put in place. It wasn't a law, it was a statute that all corporations have to have self-checkouts. But since the self-checkouts, they've been losing money or currency. Let's go there. So the real reason for self-checkout bans under new state law. Wait a minute. The real reason for self-checkout bans. So now, if you had a job at Walmart, go reapply because there are no more self-checkout bans. There's no more self-checkouts supposedly at Walmart worldwide as of July the 1st. Let's get into it. There's not supposed to be no more self-checkouts in Walmart or Sam's as of July the 1st. And they go like this. The bill's sponsor says helping workers boost enforcement at the same time as major U.S. stores limit or ban self-checkout entirely to cut down on losses from sky-high retail theft. Pro-labor politicians are seeing a window of opportunity. Walmart, Dollar General, and Five Below are among U.S. retailers that have either banned self-checkout entirely or at certain locations. Target is limiting its self-checkouts to 10 items or fewer, while Costco will be adding more staff to self-checkout areas. Progressive California state lawmakers want to take it a step further. Take the decision out of the retailer's hands and severely limit self-checkout with a new piece of legislation. The proposed bill, amended as recently as Thursday, keyword, amended as recently as Thursday, would force stores to have one employee present for every 2 self-checkout machines, thereby keeping people in jobs rather than letting technology take over. On top of that, it says self-checkout machines can only be used by shoppers with 15 items or fewer, up from the 10-item limit in a previous version. So I'm going to ask y'all this question. What do y'all think about that? Because, see, it don't make sense to me that all of a sudden they want to bring a bunch of self-checkout machines. Then when people start self-checking out and they start losing currency, now all of a sudden it's, oh no, we can't have self-checkout no more. We need the people or the person. Listen to what I'm saying. We need the people or the persons to man these self-checkouts. I'm going to ask y'all this question. If you have a person at the self-checkout and they manning that self-checkout, are you working or are you being gullified and being get over on? And the reason why I asked that question, is because if you have a regular worker that's manning these machines, people still can steal. With no security there, what's the point of having a worker there? Because a worker can't do what a security officer can do, or what a security guard can do, or what a PSO can do. Make it make sense. Gemini, Don, and EJ talking about something totally different. Y'all keep talking. I could tell. But I'm just saying, the companies feel like they can get over on people for nothing. Because you're going to have people standing there getting ran over, getting assaulted, getting everything, when you should have officers there to prevent what's going on. If not, then open up the regular checkout and have people stand and check stuff out. And if they decide to steal, then have the officer at the door the right way. But the way y'all trying to do it is y'all trying to undercut costs just to get somebody else hurt. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Hey, V-White. What up, Judah? I'm just saying, I'm just giving y'all a little bit, but I'm speeding through this real quick. Next topic. Let's go. Dr. Sebi. That's right. A mess, Judah. Dr. Sebi left us a warning before they unalived him. And a lot of people is not going to like what I'm about to say. But Dr. Sebi did not pass away from natural causes. They unalived him at the police station. And the reason why is because of this right here that I'm about to show you.
If the herbs are for healing, when did it change from the herbs to a carcinogenic chemical? And why? I was arrested. Why was I arrested? Because of the same thing that probably Jesus was hung for, defending what is called righteousness. You could be right, but you could also be dead.
Oh, wait. Did y'all hear what he just said? I know this goes against the principles of what's been taught in church, but did you hear what he just said? Jesus was hung. Uh-oh. Not crucified. He was hung. I mean, for the slow people, I'm going to bring it back. Check it out. Here we go.
If the herbs are for healing, when did it change from the herbs to a carcinogenic chemical? And why? I was arrested. Why was I arrested? Because of the same thing that probably Jesus was hung for, defending what is called righteousness. You could be right, but you could also be dead right.
What you're seeing is every part of life is being man-made. And the reason why is because you can't patent nature. You can patent anything you make man-made. When you make it patent, now I can make money.
Uh-oh.
Type 2 diabetes, hypertension, lipid problems, cardiovascular disease, cancer, dementia.
The list of medical problems tied directly to the food we're being marketed.
We are actually making ourselves sicker by eating the processed food that the food industry has told us is good for us.
How has Cargill managed to stay on top of the agricultural food chain for over a century? Imagine a company that's been around so long, it could have supplied snacks for the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. Yes, we're talking about Cargill, the undisputed titan of the agri-food world. So what's their secret sauce? Or should we say, their secret grain? If you've ever found yourself wondering why all the fuss about Cargill, that's because Cargill isn't just a big deal. It's a behemoth, the Goliath of private companies in America. Its revenue isn't just large. It dwarfs the combined might of the third, fourth, and fifth largest companies. Yes, let that sink in. But wait, not only has Cargill passed the test of time, it's aced the taste test of our tummies too. How, you ask? By leading the charge in the agriculture and food sector with a vast network of subsidiaries and franchises that span the globe. Isn't that something to chew on? Trust me, the Cargill logo might not be on the food product, but be assured that it touches everything you eat at least once before it hits the stores. It's like a fairy godmother with its magic wand, but this particular one makes money off you. It controls what and how you eat every day, which means that you only get the quality and quantity of food that it makes available.
I had asthma, I had diabetes, I was impotent, I wore glasses, and I weighed 291 pounds at age 30. The man looked at me and said that I was dying and that I had to change my way. Then he asked me, do you believe in God? I said, of course I do. He said, well, we have to take it up a notch. You have to deliver yourself. But when you deliver yourself to God, you can only do those things and eat those things that God made. He said, young man, please, you have all these diseases. You need to stop eating. He took me away from meat. He took me away from all of the things that we think are good. They're not. How could I be sick at 30? With all these maladies and made this change? The Mexican helped me. I found that out, that everything that we put in our mouth is laboratory made. And what does that mean? It means this: God made us. We were not made by a laboratory. If we were the product of a laboratory, then it means that we could eat laboratory food. As an engineer, I saw something, that all machines, they use the human body as the prototype. And what?
Now, I'm going to pause that right there, because it goes back to what I showed y'all once before, and I'm going to show you again. Everybody, well, the government thinks you are a person. They think you are a human. Why? Because of your social security number and your birth certificate and the QSEP numbers that's on both. With that being said, you are civic divulge. You're dead at sea. With that being said, you are an entity. That's why I stress to reclaim your birthright, because if you don't, they're going to shove this sugar honey iced tea down your throat. Let's finish.
What causes machine to go bad? Oil or obstruction, clogging. So what do? I do the same for you, like the Mexican did for me.
We are about to reveal how the food they sneak onto your plate is haunting your health. No need to panic. Just brace yourself. Did you know Cargill Incorporation once ran an intelligence operation that could give the CIA a run for its money? Shocking, right? What do you think they were spying on, Cornfield? Well, brace yourself and maybe leave the lights on, because the rise of Cargill Cargill Incorporation isn't your typical underdog success story. Imagine a century-long saga of cunning consolidation, relentless absorption, and strategic mergers. Since 1865, when William Cargill planted its roots in Iowa, this giant has been on a stealthy mission to dominate every crumb of the food economy from seed to table. Initially a humble grain storage operation, by the 1800s, Cargill expanded its tendrils into livestock and poultry, morphing into a behemoth that dictated agricultural trends. Fast forward to the 21st century, and Cargill looms as a global colossus, its shadow stretching across every facet of the food industry. But here's the hair-raising part. While our taste buds perform a victory dance, are our bodies silently suffering the consequences? The unnerving truth lurks in the additives and chemicals sprinkled into our meals to boost taste, texture, and unnatural extended shelf life.
For every 50 grams of processed meats that you eat, it increases your risk for cancer by 16%. And for every 50 grams of red meat you eat, it increases your risk for cancer by 12%. So just think about that for a second. That's just when you eat that. Now add all of the other things that I talked about before. You know, a lack of fiber, you know, high fat, it's particularly animal fats, a lot of processed chemicals in those foods as well, sedentary lifestyle, etc. These are the things that compound on each other, but simply by eating those things, you can increase your risk by 16 to 12%. Really important. Also, age. Age is also a risk factor too. We're now seeing people between the ages of 40 and 50. That's the highest category of people who are being diagnosed with colon cancer.
Ever thought, this tastes too good to be true? Maybe it is. Are our stomachs cheerfully deceived while our bodies wave red flags? What hidden horrors are we ingesting under the guise of flavor? It's wild to think about the processes our food goes through before it reaches our plates. From seeds to fertilizers to packaging, there is a whole chemical journey happening behind the scenes. And don't get me started on all the preservatives, antioxidants, thickeners, flavoring, and colorings thrown into the mix. It's like our food is going through a cocktail party before we even get to have a bite. Guess what? All that mixture keeps you addicted to those ultra-processed foods in the stores. Cargill ensures that these foods are everywhere, making our lives more convenient, but also potentially wreaking havoc on our health. It's no wonder that Dr. Eris Lathan called modern food weaponized in an interview. It's like the food we eat is fighting against us.
To save, defend, and protect my life as a revolutionary human being, because I know that modern food has been weaponized.
You can order a new body today, and in 7 years, you could change every cell in the body, and you could be younger than how you are today. You can cut your life's aging in half in 7 years and live in a brand new body. So it's never too late to do it, but you need coaching. You need experience, advice, how to get from being sick and tired of being sick to being the best version of who you could have ever been in your life. It's not too late to claim your life, take ownership, and heal thyself. Be your own doctor. Wow. And this is the beginning, one bite at a time.
The scary thing is that the continuous urbanization and modernization of societies have led to a disconnection from natural food sources, making it challenging to access wholesome, nutritious food in its purest form.
I lost all of my grandparents, but I had a great-grandmother who lived to 105. She walked into my grandmother's funeral who was 67. She grew up on a farm, lived on a farm. She ate what she grew. All processed meat, which most meat is processed, because it has to be. You gotta think, if you slice something up, there's no way possible for it to last the length of time that it lasts. I mean, if you run a dog over out there and come back 2 days later, it's gonna smell, look, and have things coming out of it. That's what flesh does. It goes into rigor mortis, and then all of a sudden it starts to break down. So how is it that meat can be in this grocery store for weeks and days? Because most of the meat you're eating, I mean, it literally takes, it's in there in the process for months.
Remember the old saying, you are what you eat? Well, it's not about turning into a chocolate bar overnight, but rather recognizing that what you put into your body has a direct impact on your health and well-being. You know, the potential health risks of constantly eating these chemically processed foods are no joke. Cancer, diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and more. Did you know this? Studies have shown that these non-communicable diseases kill about 41 million people per annum, which is a massive 74% of worldwide deaths. Let's talk about how Cargill stores its grains and seeds. As a leading figure in the food industry, they are all about being a step further than other competitors, and they're not sleeping on keeping their food fresh. To keep those grains and seeds from going bad, they employ a mix of natural and chemical methods. That's the trick. It's like being in a dilemma of choosing the easy, fast method or the slow, stressful path. I mean, considering the very large quantity of grains and seeds, you should already guess the better option. But don't ponder too much. Let's leave that for the FDA to confirm. But just imagine that all those grains and seeds are preserved with chemicals like pesticides. And it's like that's a big, healthy disaster. Dr. Sebi wasn't pulling any punches when he said all our food comes from the laboratory.
You see rice and beans and flour and cheese and meat and the starch that you eat, they all came from right here, from a laboratory. Now, for us to eat, you have to have the understanding of biochemistry. But when we were here, we didn't have to know anything about biochemistry. Why? Because God doesn't make poison.
I mean, even our dynamic meats like bacon, hot dogs, and sausages, not to mention the famous boxed beef from Cargill, they're all in the ultra-processed category. Yes, you guessed right. These yummy meats are packed with chemicals like nitrates and sodium phosphate to keep them looking fresh, juicy, and shelf-stable. And yes, these chemicals are linked to serious health issues like cancer. Ever heard of trans fat? The villain of the food world. Your favorite snacks and pastries are often packed with it. So it is created when vegetable oils are chemically altered by adding hydrogen to extend their shelf life. Sadly, that hydrogen is a weapon fashioned against your body.
These trans fats are very toxic to the body, they're toxic to the blood vessels, and they're toxic to the brain.
Artificial sweeteners, sugar-free yet full of sweetness. How? Here's the thing. The likes of Cargill use aspartame to produce what we know as artificial sugar. Packed with a trio of aspartic acid, amino acid, and methanol, aspartame promises 0 calories. But guess what? It doesn't promise 0 troubles. It's not just a toxin to the brain and nervous system, but can ultimately lead to the big C, cancer. According to Chris Beats Cancer, either sugar, fatty acid, or amino acid can fuel cancer. With aspartame, it's like a recipe for disaster combo. You know the mouth-watering burgers, the yummy pizza, the deli treats, bread, pasta, and all those irresistible snacks that Cargill makes available to you? They are all made from white flour. Sadly, when these foods hit the system, they can stir up trouble. With all the processing and refining done on the white flour, it's no surprise that it causes insulin resistance. Over to Dr. Robbie Price.
The unfortunate thing about white flour is that it's been processed, it's been refined, and so when it goes into the body in whatever form, whether it's cookies, cakes, pies, pastas, etc., when it goes into the body, it raises the blood sugar, which causes the insulin levels to raise, which is now triggering eventually insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is really the issue when it comes to not only things like high blood pressure and diabetes and heart disease, but there's also the issue when it comes to cancer as well too.
The truth will shock you. Did you know there are over 1,000 chemicals and additives allowed in food in the US? I know, it's alarming. The idea is that they are supposed to be used in small amounts. But here's the thing. Are companies really being held accountable for following the guidelines and safety standards? But here's a glimmer of hope. California legislature recently proposed a bill to ban some pretty harmful food additives: potassium bromate, bromated vegetable oil, propylparaben, red dye, and titanium dioxide. If they are being banned, it's because they're having a serious impact on our health.
CBS News has obtained a copy of proposed legislation in California that would make it the first U.S. state to ban 5 common chemicals, including potassium bromate, from all foods sold, distributed, or made there.
Then there's the monosodium glutamate, MSG, a chemical additive found in most ultra-processed foods that's designed to excite your taste buds.
This is crazy.
Listen, after it's done exciting your taste buds, it starts exciting all the diseases in your body. It's like, hello, taste buds, but goodbye, health. Let's talk about one that makes every food picture perfect, appealing, and irresistible. That's coloring. From cakes to beverages, juices, Pastries, chocolates, cookies, and cereals, coloring is everywhere. But have you stopped to think about what these colors are made of? They're not sent from the skies, that's for sure. They're created from various chemical mixtures, and the amount used to achieve those vibrant colors comes with a host of health issues. According to a report in the Journal of Pediatrics, the use of food coloring in America has skyrocketed fivefold, leading to worsened ADHD symptoms in kids. No, the adults are not spared from these potential health issues. So what's the deal? Are we supposed to trust that these companies are using these chemicals responsibly?
This is
I don't
crazy.
think so. I mean, they're in it for the money, not our health. So what can we do about it? Well, like D.R. Morse, ND, said in an interview, first things first. We need to wake up and realize that what we put in our bodies matters. It is time to take responsibility for our own health and well-being.
Is a change in your consciousness, a change in the individual's awareness.
Guess when the best time is to take control of our health and what we eat? It's now. It's time to ditch processed foods and opt for whole, nutritious foods in their natural state that will actually nourish our bodies and fight against diseases. Ironically, the motto of Cargill Incorporation is helping the world thrive.
Wow. Some of that stuff I didn't even know. And now it's starting to make sense why after not eating some of them foods after a while, it just looked nasty just looking at it. And then it's like, I ain't gonna front, but I tried to get some Girl Scout cookies and it just tastes different. It tastes stale. And they were fresh Girl Scout cookies, but they just taste stale. I was like, nah, man, I don't want that. I'm good. Nah, I'm good. So watch what you eat, man. But they killed Dr. Sebi because Dr. Sebi would not stop talking about what was going on with the food industry, as well as pertaining to us, the people, or the man and the woman. Like I said, I try to inform everybody. Next things next. Shout out to Super Smoot and Shank. What's going on, Super Smoot? What's going on, Shank? Georgia girl, I see you both of your pages. Okay. Super Smoot said they fooled people on the benefits of dandelion. The same company that makes the weed killer makes the heart medicine, but if you digest it, it's body changing. Oh, wow. Then she said, fasting is of importance, but from farmers markets for you veggies, if you can't grow them yourself, they will teach you. Every city has a local market. Buy from them. That's true. I go get from my curb market now. Judah said, so Left Eye told the truth. Yes, she did. EJ said, that's why I told my ex to wasn't the meat, and you see the parasites and stuff in the meats. Okay. You told your ex to do what, EJ? To wasn't the meat? You mean to wash the meat? Judah said the doctors and hospitals and nurses knows all this. They just don't give a, you know what? That's true. So let's talk about these two new laws, man. And everybody should be, hold on. Okay. Everybody should be concentrating on these new laws, man. Scotus rejects challenge to Maryland gun law. Uh-oh. The Supreme Court has declined to hear a challenge to a new Maryland introduced after the Sandy Hook school massacre in 2012. The Maryland law bans what the statute calls assault weapons, including the AR-15 rifle. Watch this. This is where they trick you at. Listen to this. The Supreme Court has declined to hear a challenge to a new law in Maryland introduced after the Sandy Hook school massacre in 2012. The Maryland law bans what the state calls assault weapons, right? Now, Oh, Rhonda said, thank you, Dana. I just received it. God bless. Anytime. You was the winner and you received it. So do you like it? But what this talks about, right? This don't talk about assault weapons. This is for handguns. When they say you have a right to bear arms, what are they talking about? And truth to be told, a AR-15 is not an assault weapon. It's a military brought-in brigade weapon. And that's the only rapid-fire weapon without a switch that can handle what your local police department and military have when they come into your cities. They don't want you to be able to match firepower with firepower. So it says, NBC News reports the justices rejected a challenge from gun rights groups, a gun dealer, and Maryland residents who argued that their Second Amendment rights were being violated. Facts. Reports Reuters, the decision leaves the ban in place for now, but an appeal is pending with Virginia-based Fourth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, and the issue is likely to return to the Supreme Court. NBC notes. Now watch this. Assault weapons is not in the Constitution. So technically, they will lose on that front. They have to come up with a very clever way to bring it back into the Supreme Court. That's why the Supreme Court rejected it. Because at the end of the day, what you find in handguns, a handgun is not classified as an assault weapon. An assault weapon came after the Constitution was written. So when people talk about, oh no, they wrong, I should be able to carry my AR-15. Your AR-15 is not a handgun. Now, when you talking unconcealing, then you can talk about shotguns, handguns, and shotguns, rifles, and stuff like that. At the end of the day, your handgun is the only concealable weapon that a person or that a man or woman is supposed to carry without any license or permits. Your shotgun and your assault rifles, you need permits for. So when people talk about, oh no, I don't gotta carry my, oh no, I don't gotta have a permit, and I got a shotgun, and they lock you up, and you be like, I got the right to bear arms. What arms are you bearing? Are you bearing shotgun, or are you bearing handgun? And the courts get off on this because you don't know. And that's why they put in there ignorance is not a defense. Then it says the AP reports that it would have been unusual for the justices to take up a case at this point, as I've been saying, since a lower court is still weighing it. Oh, a lower court is still weighing it, so Supreme Court can't touch it until the lower court makes the ruling. The Supreme Court rejected a challenge to the law in 2017. Hold on. A lower court cannot create a law. They can only create statutes and ordinances. They can't create laws. Only the Scotus can create a law. But it ordered lower courts to take another look at it in 2022. Oh, I'm sorry. The Supreme Court rejected a challenge to the law in 2017, but it had a conservative superior majority, but it ordered lower courts to take another look at it in 2022. The plaintiffs sought a Supreme Court ruling because they felt the Fourth Circuit Court was taking too long You can't rush that, man. Last year, the top court declined to block a similar law in Illinois. An appeal in that case is pending. I said that to say, Maryland, you got some stuff going on. Now, here we go. Supreme Court issues overwhelming 8-1 decision on Second Amendment Preservation Act, sparking heated debate. Come on. Supreme Court issues over, okay. The debate regarding gun rights in the United States has been heating up over the past several months. While millions of Americans desperately want the government to tighten its stance on gun regulations, millions of others are fighting to keep their Second Amendment right to bear arms. I just got finished talking to y'all about that. The state of Missouri passed the Second Amendment Preservation Act in 2021 to ensure its residents could keep their guns. No matter what the federal government decides, the federal government sued the state for doing so, and the case made its way to the Supreme Court. Finally, a decision has been made, but it's still not clear exactly what will happen next. Stop for a second. I know some of y'all sitting back like, well, why would the court sue the state and this and this and this and this? What you have to understand, people, is this right here. Do you even know why we are called the United States of America? Let's start there. Do you know why we are called the United States of America? I'm about to see. Do anybody know why we're called the United States of America? Rhonda said, I love it. Okay. I'm glad you love your item that you won, which is your blogging equipment. But I'm glad you liked it. Just follow all the directions. Everything is in there. Callie said, glad Dana's educating. Yeah, because ain't nobody else going to do it. Everybody else want to try to educate you on drama. Oh, drama's coming next. Drama's definitely coming next because I got a problem with what I'm going to talk about next. Do anybody know why we're called the United States of America? Judah, you close. So I'm going to go here. Each state, and I'm not talking about, let me clarify this. When I say state, I'm talking about lowercase s, T-A-T-E. And when I talk about it in that terminology, that's the demographic of where you reside. Now, if you don't listen to what I'm about to say, I swear it's about to throw a curveball to you. If you reside in a certain state that's combined in the United States, you are property of that state. Which means you fall under the Vatican and you are part of the corporation machine. That means you have no rights. Only rights you have is what's given to you. If you think I'm lying, I'll break it down to you just like this. One thing I can do is show you the facts and show you the truth. You fall under the purple side. That means you are following admiralty law, commercial law, merchant law. More importantly, and they put it as the smallest one, Roman Canaan law. That's what you follow. Which means you go by rules and regulations. Serving where? In commerce. Which means what? Your commerce is what you follow through in every day. Which means you follow statutes, acts, codes, rulings, orders, charges, etc. And they all are offers of what? A contract. Then you go by statutory law, what is legal or illegal. Which is also acts that are enacted by the government, which is codified, prescribed, written, substantive law. Also, check this out. This is why R. Kelly's in jail. Because you can commit a crime. You can be charged for a crime, and you can be charged with it, and that crime can hold firm and still, and it can exist without a victim, which means you can say, I hit you, right? And you don't have to have no footage. Even if you're lying, you can stand there and say, I give you firsthand knowledge. He did this to me. And that person is right there. We seen it happen in the R. Kelly case. I swear I'm trying not to go into my next topic right now. Oh my God, I'm ready to go into that. Then it says, for your crime, your debt must be paid for violations, aka sins. Punishment. Penance. Which means what? Penitentiary. Just look at it. Punishment, penance, which means what? Penitentiary. Then it says statutes are given the force of law by the consent of the governed. Who's governed you? Who's governing you? Now watch this. This is where people get mad at. This is where people call me a conspiracy theorist, or they want to call me a sovereign citizen, which I despise all sovereign citizens. Just because they live in the artifact of the corporation, and I don't, they get mad. And they say, oh, there's no difference. Well, when you live in the artifact of the corporation, you are considered a person, an artificial person, a John Doe or Jane Doe. What do that mean? That means capitis diminutio maxima, which means rights taken to the max, which also makes you a obligado. And what does that mean? You're obligated. So how do they switch it up to make it seem like you're obligated? Because they say you're bonded. Uh-oh. That's what you need a bonding company to get out of jail for, because you're bonded. So when they say you're not arrested, no, at that point you're bonded. You're pledged, which means when they say you ain't make it to the jail yet, but they still got you in handcuffs, no, you're not arrested. You're not bonded. You're pledged. Now watch this. You're also being legally liable for something that's not even you. Prime example, go look at your mail. I dare you. I bet it don't say it's you, but because you don't know no better, you're going to think it's you. All caps name is not you. If you think I'm lying, watch this. Don't it say corporation here? And you see how the name is spelled, John Doe? All caps, right? But if you go right across to the common law side where I reside at, which is the private sector, you clearly see man and woman, people, natural man, woman. And you see how the name is spelled? Ain't this the way that they taught you in elementary school? If you came up in school before 2021, if you came up in school in the era before 2010 to now, ain't this how they taught you how to write your name? Capital first name, lowercase everything else. And also, it means capitis dominito minima, which means rights taken minimum. Now, here's where the courts try to get you. When they try to say, ain't you pro se? No, the hell I'm not pro se. So what are you? I'm sui juris. What does that mean? I'm my own master. I'm not under legal disability. Say that again. I'm not under legal disability. I am part of mankind, which means man or woman. While you in a corporation, y'all under government, which also means that y'all part of the corporation, i.e. the church. So when people talk about, oh, we are the church, what church are they talking about? Because the church building falls under the government. So what church are you talking about? I can go deep into this. I trust me, I really can go deep into this, but I'm not, because I want to get to this. I really want to get to this. I got a goddamn problem. You arrest R. Kelly over hearsay and speculations. You aided and abetted these no victims. Then you bring charges up that he was acquitted for. And then you try to disguise them as other charges 20 years later. Now watch this. Here's the hypocrisy of the BS. I've been waiting to tackle this. Here's the hypocrisy of the BS. CNN and Fox News said Sean Diddy Combs can't be charged in alleged 2016 attack because of statute of limitations. Now watch this. For all of y'all that sat out there and said, oh, R. Kelly is evil. He did this to these people, and they were lying. I can show you right now where everybody that got on camera that talked about R. Kelly had coaching. And if anybody out there on any platform want to challenge me on it, I double damn dare you. Because I come with receipts. I come with them goddamn receipts. Y'all see a video of this clown ass nigga beating on a woman. And the first thing these Caucasian devils want to say is, we can't charge him. He shouldn't be charged. And then I'm going to kind of pause right here and I'm going to cut into R. Kelly. You don't see Diddy jumping out there saying free R. Kelly, do you, Rob? Get as far away from this fucking demon as you can. Excuse my French, but I'm not trying to be politically correct. There comes a time when men gotta be men and stand up as men. Now I'm gonna let y'all listen to this.
To admission, Sean Diddy Combs responding to the surveillance tape obtained exclusively by CNN, appearing to show him beating then-girlfriend Casey Ventura.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Ventura's legal team ripping the apology, but the Los Angeles DA's office says Combs cannot be charged due to the statute of limitations. But how could it affect his looming sex trafficking case? He has not been charged yet. Former NYPD Rap Intelligence Investigation Derek Parker joins us now. Derek, your thoughts about that tape and how it plays into the trouble he could be facing?
Well, that tape is very damaging.
when it came out and I saw it, I was very shocked by it, by his behavior.
No, you wasn't.
A lot of people were very upset over that video that came out, and it damaged his credibility. So he's got a lot of problems that are going to happen with him, especially with the looming federal case that's going on right now.
But does it play a role? If they keep saying the statute of limitations passed, does anybody have to forget about that in order to legally charge him with anything?
No, it does play a role. The federal government doesn't have to worry about statute of limitations as that's concerned, but the government can use that as to display his behavior and his case and say that, hey, look, this is the type of behavior that he demonstrated, and this is why he's involved in this big case of investigation that they have going on right now. So it does play a part, and the government can use it if they have to. I think they've been interviewing a lot of witnesses right now, and I think that this probably accelerates their investigation into his allegations of sex trafficking and the drugs and firearms.
You have to wonder, he paid $50,000 to keep that tape quiet while denying it did happen. Now he says it was because he was in a bad place, a dark place. He went to rehab and is better. But you wonder what else the government has. I mean, look at some of these allegations. November 16th, Combs' ex, Cassie Ventura, sued for sexual assault, rape, domestic violence, sex trafficking. 2023, November, same month, lawsuit settled. Then November 23rd, 2 more lawsuits are filed for sexual assault accusations. On the 28th, steps down as Revolt Network chairman. That wasn't going too well anyway. December 6th, a 4th lawsuit is filed for sex trafficking and gang rape allegations. He speaks out and then denies it. On the 26th, sued and accused of Diddy of a sexual assault by a record producer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones. And then on the 25th of March, federal agents raid his mansion in L.A. We saw that video, in Miami for sex trafficking. He was conveniently out of the country. And on the 17th of May, video is released of him assaulting Cassie, and that's what we saw a couple of days ago. How much trouble is he in?
Well, with all the allegations that are sitting there are allegations. All the allegations and the things that they're investigating right now, he's in a lot of trouble if this is to come to light. Right now, I'm sure the government is working on a lot of these interviews, and I'm pretty sure they saw this video. And like I said, again, they're putting a lot of things together. They interviewed a lot of witnesses so far, and they're putting a lot of evidence together against him.
Things like this video from his own surveillance video that could be quite damning. I mean, would you know anybody that would take this case to defend him?
Yeah, you're going to have, there's certainly a lot of lawyers that are going to take this case to defend him because of who he is. So he's not going to worry about that. Right. But like I said, it's just going to be something that the U.S. Attorney's Office is going to really look into and accelerate the case.
Unbelievable. Derek Parker, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
I call cap. Because for a lot of people,
Sean Diddy Combs is apologizing for a very disturbing video. You saw it.
Hold on. Oh, hell no. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Surfaced over the weekend. And when we say disturbing, we mean it. It shows a...
So hold on. Gayle King is trying to downplay the video on Sean Combs. But she went full-fledged and tried to destroy R. Kelly. I got a problem with all of this, but let's listen.
Rap star physically assaulting his then-girlfriend, the singer known as Cassie, in a hotel hallway back in 2016. Now, CNN obtained the video 6 months after she filed and then settled an abuse lawsuit against Sean Combs. Lise Preston has more, and we warn you, if you haven't already seen it, this video is very difficult to watch.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Sean Diddy Combs admitting to and apologizing for actions portrayed in this LA hotel security video, first released by CNN Friday.
Hold on. I got a question. Why is he apologizing for the video when he came out and said he did nothing wrong? So why is he apologizing? If he did nothing wrong, if this is all made up, why are you apologizing on the video. Can somebody explain that to me? You know what I mean? Can somebody explain it to me? Judah going off on Gayle King. That's all I'm trying to say. Where's this energy that y'all had for Kels with Diddy? That's all I want to know. And when I go to these court cases, I'm going to jump in front of the camera and I'm going to tell him exactly what I think. That is bias. It's bias. It's bias. It's very biased. And we can't be biased out here. Because the first thing they say is, you can't judge. But didn't y'all judge R. Kelly? Didn't y'all judge Bill Cosby? Didn't y'all judge Tory Lanez? Oh, I get it. You can only judge when it's beneficial to you. But when it's not beneficial to you, then, you ain't supposed to judge. When it's walking down your street, you ain't supposed to judge. Bullcrap. And the Bible says the just shall judge before you get to be judged by the king. That's what the Bible says. The just on earth shall judge before you get to be judged by the king. But then the second part of that to say, in order to be part of the just, you must be living an upright life. See, people want to pick and choose scriptures and run with them like they wanted to run with them. And I'm combining, Church Boy Chronicles in with this today. That's why I'm giving you both. I'm just saying. So then we have Diddy's friend. Diddy's friend. Mr. Nickelodeon himself, Drake. Check this out.
Is a woman. Now, listen, if the mole's a woman, Drake got some problems. Because let me tell y'all something. We've heard about a mole being a man giving up the tapes. Women like to talk. And I say that respect because I love to talk. Honestly, if you are down for your girls, women feel more comfortable talking to other women. They will share things that happen to them with other women that they won't share with a man. On top of that, if they heard anything that happened to other women, it'd be really easy to get that info. Again, Drake should actually worry because I am sure that she got a lot of evidence and a lot of tapes, but she keeps talking about what happened to January 20.
Most people have no clue that in
22nd, 2024. Let me focus on this really quick before it slips my mind. Also, the mole is still at it.
Whoa. So it says 2 Black American men became unemployed at this exact moment, and you made an enemy. On 1/22/2023, Sunday at 3:19 at 3:19 p.m. with 21 seconds left on the clock. Jesus. And this came on 5/11/2024 from Earth. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. This is not going to be good for Drake. Hold on.
They said 2 Black American men became unemployed at this exact moment. And you made an enemy. January 22nd, 2023. The mole is still at it. So 2 people were fired. She also goes on to say, had you not lied, I would have just waited until you died to sell my goods. We're going to talk about those goods in another video. But let's talk about the January 22nd because the mole just tweeted this, okay? Let's talk about what she's saying about in January 22nd. Now, this is the interesting thing.
Oh,
if you look at that
no.
CCTV footage, she has the footage, okay? Which, how did she get the footage? But she has the footage. But the odd thing is, she only gives a screenshot. I guess whatever's on that footage, Drake would want, okay? And that's what she's holding on to prove that she's telling the truth. But listen to this that I thought was so interesting, okay? In the video, if you look closely, when I first showed y'all the video, I was like, is that a baby in the stroller? Or like, what's going on? I wasn't being funny. But in fact, you know, people have done investigation, and Ashton on Twitter actually figured it out. They said, for anyone wondering, that's not a baby in the wheelchair in this photo. That person is a fan named Christopher Alvarez, who was born different. He's 26 years old and has been seen with other celebs like DJ Khaled as well. Okay? Now, the funny thing is, right? In her little, I don't want to say threat, but in her statement, Ebony Prince 2020, can we just call her Ebony? Ebony's the mole, right? They said the issue in the photo should also, so anyway, let me read the whole thing. She said to Mr. Aubrey Graham, may this photo help jog your memory as to where you discarded those items. My last video, I pointed out,
shit.
It's called like, I guess, trash law. If you throw anything in the trash with the intention of being trash, even if, let's just say I throw my diamond away and I'm like, F this, and I throw it in the trash, okay? If I throw it in the trash in public, or if I leave it in a trash-like setting, or I intend to make it trash, and if Drake did not report these things lost or stolen, or have any record that he was looking for them, then they are in fact trash and they were abandoned. It's an abandoned property rule. Then whoever picks it up, they can lay ownership. Now you can come back 10 minutes later and be like, oh wait, no, I want that. It's too late. You gave up your rights. It was abandoned property and she claimed it, okay? So Drake can't really sue her for theft because it'd be very easy to show you abandoned this property, right? They said, but she said the issue in the photo should also jog your memory. Jimmy Brooks would not have been proud of you. Now, again, right? Give God glory says, is Christopher Alvarez okay? What did he do to him? Wow. Jimmy Brooks is a Degrassi character that Drake played, Wheelchair Jimmy. Jimmy Brooks recovered from Ritalin addiction, ended up with a spine injury, and in a wheelchair. Now, again, she says Jimmy Brooks would not have been proud of you that night. My mind kept going.
So to make a long story short, Drake did something to that little man that's in oh, Jesus Christ. Listen, so Kendrick Lamar was telling the truth the whole time, huh? Listen, man, y'all got to remember, people, that these celebrities are nothing but regular folks that came up and got some type of stardom and they broke free. That's all. So I'm gonna say this before I get up out of here, because I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stay on that Diddy thing, and I'm gonna revisit that Diddy thing, and I'm gonna jump on that Diddy thing, and also I'm gonna jump on that DJ Academics joint, because I will say this: Tyrone Blackburn, don't you be the Gloria Allred of New York, because you're turning into the male version of Gloria Allred. You're only taking up cases that's prosecuting prominent men. Now, I get it. Diddy deserved it, right? But Academic, and the girl is related to Drake, and these charges were filed because Academic wouldn't stop talking about Drake essay moments. And you, Tyrone Blackburn, is taking it upon yourself to prosecute Academics. What side of the law are you on, brother? What side of the tantrum are you on? Oh, I get it, though. You are devoted to the bar. And I done told everybody what the Bar Association is. All right, look, I've been on here for 1 hour and 36 minutes. I'm gonna say this, man. Be looking out for me to be on other people podcasts and stuff, and be looking out for skits to be coming from me and other people. You know what I mean? I got some folks that I'm talking to right now that I'm going to be doing skits with, and Lord have mercy, these folks is crazy just like I am. However, I told y'all, and before I get out of here, I got a homeboy. And my homeboy is rich. My homeboy is rich. He go by the name of Shorty Dread. My homeboy is rich. He came up. He did his thing. But he was just arrested. Well, not just arrested, but he was arrested on August 11th, 2023. Now, I'm going to ask y'all out there, Dream Team family, what is the most craziest thing you can think of that a rich man can get arrested for? Put it in the chat. Yeah, and for that lady that's going against academics is Drake's homegirl. So let me ask you this question. And this is on all platforms, and I'm looking at all platforms. What is the most craziest thing a rich person can do to be put in jail? I'm going to see if y'all going to say anything. Shout out to the people over there on the Instagram. Shout out to the people over in Locals. Shout out to the people over in Meta. Hold on. Ooh. I'm giving y'all time to type something. Like what is the most craziest thing that y'all can even think of that a rich person can be accused of and get put in jail? I never understand rich people stealing. You said stealing. You said charge for rape. Cali girl said indecent exposure. Check this out. Try not to laugh because he's a funny MFer. But check this out.
New at 5 o'clock, only Channel 2 Action News was there as police arrested a man accused of being naked on a Midtown Atlanta high-rise balcony. People say this has been going on for weeks at the Icon Atlanta high-rise right there at 14th and West Peachtree. So we plotted it on this map so you can see where it is in relation, let's say, to Piedmont Park. Channel 2's Tom Jones is there live. And Tom, I'm going to leave this one up to you because some people say he's been doing something else up there.
That's right. Mercedes knew the Atlanta rapper known as Shorty Dread is accused of being nude and relieving himself from a balcony way up there. People here said he did it so often they thought about using an umbrella to cover themselves when they walked in this area. I was right here when New was arrested.
What up, Derms?
He told me he did nothing wrong.
I'm famous. I'm on TV, bro. I didn't do this, man. No.
We were the only crew in Midtown when Atlanta police arrested Mercedes New.
I'm innocent. I promise I didn't do this.
What he's accused of doing had people who work near 14th and West Peachtree Street using words like gross, unconscionable, and insane.
That's disgusting.
What is wrong with these people today? Holy well, you got to... People who work and walk in the area say for weeks a man routinely walked out of a high-rise unit at the Icon Midtown Apartments with not a stitch of clothes on. They say he then relieves himself through the balcony bars with his bodily fluids falling down below. Someone sent us video of the man in the act, but asked us not to show it. but I showed it to people walking in the area.
Oh my God, this kind of exceeds the bounds of decency. You even think that someone would even do that in an area where you have people walking by.
I was there as police arrived and began investigating after a manager of a nearby high-rise called and complained. I watched as an officer went inside the Icon Apartments and moments later came out with a handcuffed nude who matched the description of the nude man in the video. I asked New if he relieved himself from the balcony.
No, I wasn't. I promise I wasn't. Who's that in the video? I didn't see no. I promise I wasn't in the.
And New, who bills himself as an all-around entertainer, is in the Fulton County Jail. Police say charges are pending, but I heard an officer tell New one of those charges is public indecency. People who work and walk in this area say they are relieved that police made an arrest. We're live in Midtown Atlanta. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And it's really, Tom, hard to think it's been going on for weeks for all those people in the area. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Dread. Hey, partner. Whoa, man, I can't believe they got my homeboy for something like that. Honestly, he beat the charges because that wasn't him on the balcony. He lived two stories up from the guy that was doing it, and they actually really went and got the guy. But Shorty Dread, he got so mad, man, he picked up and moved to L.A., man. He said, I'm not dealing with this no more. But check this out. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, man. Next Monday will be the return of Church Boy Chronicles. But I had to bring this to y'all because technically I got to go over some stuff. I got some stuff I got to break down. I got some stuff I got to do for later on tonight. So I won't be able to hang out with y'all late night tonight. But DanaJay is back all week. And I mean all week. And we going live. And tomorrow I'm going live on my official DanaJay page. And we going to talk to the man who made it possible for everybody that you love, every artist from Little Mo to Drew Hill to Mario to everybody, to make it out of Baltimore, to Ruffins, everybody that's somebody that came out of Baltimore performed at this man's show. And this man got to find his feet for everybody. So with that being said, he will be on live tomorrow. Anthony Jeter will be on live tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow evening, he will be on my official DanaJay show. That's where I will be going live and filming it at. Also, I'm going to have some more members of public announcement on the show coming up. Trust me, I got some stuff lined up for y'all. So if y'all not if y'all not subscribed to my official DanaJay page, go there now. Like, share, subscribe, and share out the official DanaJay page. This right here is for politics, but the official DanaJay page is for industry stuff. And trust me, after my interview tomorrow, I will be bringing Anthony Jeter on my show. All right? Thank y'all for joining me. Without y'all, there would be no me. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And remember, to be someone important, be yourself. Until next time, don't forget, election time is coming. Sit back and think about who you are voting for. All right? I'm out. Peace.
I want to go to LA.
Hold on. My bad. Ann said, thank you. And you was looking good on the red carpet. Thank you so much, Ann. Yesterday on the red carpet, man, I had a ball. I can't wait till I get the footage. I can't wait to get the footage from last night. The videos and stuff and the pictures, I will be putting that up. So if you ain't following me on Instagram, if you ain't following me anywhere else, if you ain't following me on TikTok, if you ain't following me on Snap, if you ain't following me on Locals, if you ain't following me anywhere where I'm gonna be at, then guess what? You messing up. You messing up. Because when I release these joints, they gonna be everywhere. All right? So y'all be blessed, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all go watch wrestling, basketball, whatever y'all gonna watch. Y'all go and unwind and get ready for work in the AM. Be blessed. DanaJay out.
I want to go to LA.
Well, shout out Patriot J, Benny Johnson, Big Bongino, Alex Jones. Free my dogs and lock up the radical left's gone crazy. I don't bail, I won't see inside a cell. Shout out Thugger, free my slime, slat, YSL. They tryna lock me up, but I'm plugged in ATL. Got homies doing life in jail, they living in hell. These DAs acting silly, my mugshot is worth a billy. Sold some merchant, made a milli, shot me Millie out in Philly. Shot the baby, shot the Sosa, Benny Butcher, them my rollers. Called me racist, but these rappers riding with me, them my soldiers. Mega, 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 I am not who they are after. I'm just in the way they want to get to you, but I won't let them. Cold-hearted, no, I'm artist, getting back to where I started. I don't need to do the race, I'ma beat them RICO charges. And if I go to prison, you can't do me like the Clintons. I'll be laid up, eating steak with Secret Service, chilling, screaming, Orange Man bad, the whole world mad. Thug life, shout out all of my MAGA base shads. Coming for the deep state, I will stop the New World Order. But before that, I'll finish walls at the border. YSL, / shout out Thugger. Finny got nothing on us.
Sometimes a misty rain.